So lately I've been a little bit infatuated with the idea of retirement, and I did get this one magazine that spoke a little bit on the topic, which I'm holding right here. And one of the articles focused on considering alternatives to retirement. Most retirees or people who are close to retirement have a combination of stocks and bonds according to what they're most comfortable with. Usually, stocks are a little bit more risky, and bonds are a little bit less risky, a little bit more consistent. So, as people are headed towards retirement, they plan out an allocation that is coherent with their amount of risk. Usually, when you're younger, you do more stocks and less bonds, and as you get older, you try to get your portfolio to lean into a smaller amount of stocks and a larger amount of bonds, which have a more certain return on investment. Outside of that, what are some of the things that we can consider? Outside of that, we can consider these four other assets that they spoke about in the article. First one being NFTs and cryptocurrency. Second one being precious metals. Then we have farmland. And last but not least, we have whiskey, which I thought was a very interesting one. So, cryptocurrency and NFT is pretty new, but you've heard it in the news left and right for the last couple of months. And part of the reason, I guess that would probably be a little bit more towards the younger generation because it's so volatile. There's a very high probability or a possibility that you could lose all of the investment. So for someone who's nearing retirement, maybe that's not such a great option. But for someone who is younger and has a little bit more time to recover in case things go south, then that's definitely an option that you could, take a look into. Having a small allocation of your portfolio headed in that direction could put you in a good place, 20, 30, 40 years down the line. The next one, which was precious metals, gold, from what I saw here, goes along with a 24/7 standard in the market, whereas silver fluctuates a little bit more with the price of other commodities. So being able to jump into an exchange traded fund that deals with precious metals could give you a nice exposure into that. Or you could buy the actual bullion and then keep it in a safety deposit box. But most people, it's a little bit difficult. It's more liquid, but a little bit more difficult to manage or move around if you ever needed to do something like that. Then we have farmland. Apparently, from the article, I understood that farmland has about a 12% return on investment, which, wow, that's pretty high, pretty consistently. I do not know how you go about acquiring farmland and working with the government to protect a lot of land for that particular use, but that could be a nice asset to have, at least where I'm from. In Panama, Central America, most of the families that are wealthy now come from a farmland background. So it's also an asset that you can easily pass down generation to generation. So, that's one of the most well-to-do real estate assets you can add to your investments. And last but not least, we have whiskey. That one was a little bit ridiculous for me because I never thought about it, but it says that whiskey has increased 564% in the past decade, which is 5xing your money in 10 years. Not bad at all. And then it mentions that some bottles have been sold for up to 2 million, but usually investors or collectors, rather than buying a bottle, they buy the entire cask, which according to this can go for the price of about a small car, like a $11,000. You could you imagine if those $11,000 went up 500% in 10 years? Oof, that'd be a sizable chunk of change. So these were just some assets that they were suggesting as alternatives that people considering retirement should start looking into or could start looking into if they wanted to diversify their portfolio beyond stocks and bonds. Obviously, always, this is not financial advice. Do your due diligence. Look into what your plans are for retirement and take some other options into consideration if you still believe that it will benefit you. Anyways, if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell. It should be somewhere, I believe, down here. Hope you enjoyed. See you soon.